Welcome to our exploration of different colors, culture, and one people. This slogan virally seeks to embrace and celebrate the vast diversity that exists within our global village. This approach acknowledges the unique cultural elements that define various tribes and societies, while simultaneously promoting the concept of unity and love among all people. This comprehensive narrative delves into the key factors that shape cultural identities: language, race, beliefs, foods, music, dressing, traditions, and geographical location, demonstrating how these elements contribute to the rich tapestry of human civilization. Language. Language is a primary tool for communication, and it is the essential aspect of cultural identity. It encompasses spoken, written, and sign forms of communication used by different communities. Language is a means of expression of our thoughts, emotions, and cultural practices, serving as a vessel for transmitting traditions and knowledge across generations. The very cultural impact of language is that language shapes how individuals perceive the world and interact with it. It influences social norms, values, and even the structure of thought. The preservation of indigenous languages, such as the Maori language in New Zealand, the Navajo language in the United States of America, or the Igbo language in Nigeria, is crucial for maintaining cultural heritage and identity. Few illustrative examples of few languages are as follows. 1. English. Spoken widely around the world, English serves as a global lingua franca, facilitating international communication and business. It reflects the diverse histories of its speakers, incorporating words from Latin, French, Spanish, and numerous other languages. 2. Mandarin Chinese. As the most spoken language globally, Mandarin connects over 1 billion people in China and beyond. Its characters represent a unique and ancient system of writing that embodies Chinese culture and history. 3. Swahili. Widely spoken in East Africa, Swahili bridges multiple ethnic groups and nations, embodying the region's rich history of trade and cultural exchanges. Race. Race refers to the categorization of humans based on physical characteristics such as skin color, facial features, and hair texture. It is a social construct that has significant implications for how individuals and groups perceive themselves and others. Race is considered an impactful factor that shapes the human cultural identity because racial identity plays a significant role in social dynamics and individual experiences. Historical contexts such as colonization, slavery, and migrations have shaped contemporary understandings of race. Promoting racial equality and understanding is vital for fostering inclusive societies where all individuals can thrive. Few examples of the world's existing race are as follows. 1. Caucasian. The Caucasian race, traditionally are a classification in the anthropological studies, refers to a broad grouping of people typically associated with light to fair skin tones, a wide range of hair and eye colors, and diverse physical features. Historically, this group has been linked to people originating from Europe, the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Central and South Asia. The term Caucasian stems from the Caucasus region, situated between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, often considered a historical crossroads of diverse cultures and populations. However, it is important to note that modern science recognizes the vast genetic diversity within and across all human populations, rendering such classifications largely outdated in biological contexts. 2. African. This race includes diverse groups such as the Hausas, Igbos, and Yorubas of Nigeria, the Zulu of South Africa, Wolof of Senegal, Gambia, Congo, Niger, Mauritania, the Maasai of Kenya, and so on, each with her unique cultural practices and histories. The African race is a diverse and culturally rich group of people, primarily originating from the continent of Africa, which is the second largest continent in the world. Africa is home to a vast range of ethnic groups, languages, and traditions, with over 1.4 billion people speaking more than 2,000 languages across 54 countries. The African continent spans diverse geographical regions, including deserts, savannas, rainforests, and mountains, offering a rich tapestry of natural and cultural diversity. While Africans primarily reside on the continent, significant populations have spread globally through migration and historical events like colonization and slavery, creating vibrant African diaspora communities worldwide. 3. Asian. This racial group includes a vast range of cultures. The Asian race, often referred to as Asians, encompasses a diverse group of people originating from the largest continent, Asia. This vast region spans from the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent to East Asia, Southeast Asia, and Central Asia. The population is incredibly varied, with distinct cultures, languages, religions, and physical characteristics shaped by the continent's geographical and historical diversity. Major regions include East Asia, example China, Japan, Korea; South Asia, like India, Pakistan, Nepal; Southeast Asia, example Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia; Central Asia, example Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan; and parts of the Middle East. Asia is home to some of the world's oldest civilizations and is the birthplace of major religions like Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, and others. Beliefs. Beliefs are the convictions or acceptances that certain things are true or real. They form the foundation of religious, spiritual, and philosophical systems, guiding moral behavior and worldviews. Could be rigorous, and in some cases, the determinant of considered ethical norms in the societies. Christianity, Islamism, and Hinduism are few examples of easily found beliefs or religious system practiced around us in the world. 1. Christianity. Predominant in many Western and African countries, Christianity's diverse denominations reflect various theological interpretations and cultural adaptations. Christianity is a monotheistic religion centered on the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, who is regarded as the Son of God and the Savior in Christian belief. Originating in the 1st century CE in the region of Judea, a province of the Roman Empire, modern-day Israel and Palestine, Christianity emerged from Jewish traditions and was influenced by the cultural and historical context of the time. It quickly spread throughout the Roman Empire and beyond, becoming one of the world's largest religions. Its core beliefs are rooted in the Bible, particularly the New Testament, which documents the teachings and ministry of Jesus Christ and the early Christian community. 2. Islam. Practiced widely in the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Asia, Islam's teachings and traditions have deeply influenced the cultures of these regions. Islam is a monotheistic religion founded in the 7th century CE in the Arabian Peninsula, specifically in Mecca and Medina in present-day Saudi Arabia. It originated with the Prophet Muhammad, who Muslims believe received divine revelations from Allah, God, through the angel Gabriel. These revelations were compiled into Islam's holy book, the Quran. Islam emphasizes the worship of one God, the importance of living a righteous life, and following the 5 pillars faith, shahada, prayer, salat, fasting during Ramadan, saum, charity, zakat, and pilgrimage to Mecca, hajj. It spread rapidly across the Middle East, North Africa, and beyond, shaping diverse cultures and civilizations globally. Today, it is one of the world's major religions, with followers known as Muslims in nearly every part of the world. 3. Hinduism. Predominantly practiced in India and Nepal, Hinduism's rich tapestry of deities, rituals, and philosophies underscores the cultural diversity within the Indian subcontinent. Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions, originated in the Indian subcontinent, particularly in the region now comprising modern-day India and Nepal. Its roots trace back over 4,000 years to the ancient Indus Valley civilization and the early Vedic period, where sacred texts like the Vedas were composed. Hinduism is a diverse and complex faith characterized by a wide array of practices, beliefs, and deities. It emphasizes concepts such as dharma, righteous duty, karma, action and consequence, and moksha, liberation from the cycle of rebirth. With no single founder, Hinduism evolved through centuries of cultural and spiritual synthesis, influencing and being influenced by other traditions in the region. Today, it remains a major religion, deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric of South Asia. Beliefs has sharpened cultural practices, such as rituals, festivals, and ethical norms. They also has influenced laws, social structures, and interpersonal relationships. Understanding our diversities on beliefs and respecting different opinion on belief systems is essential for global harmony and cooperation. Foods. Foods are an integral part of cultural identity, reflecting local ingredients, traditions, and historical influences. Culinary practices encompass the preparation, cooking, and consumption of food, often carrying symbolic meanings and social significance. Food, being essential for the human body, also has cultural impact when its culinary tapestry is on certain race or tribe's local ingredients. Few examples of foods playing part of cultural identity and routing their origins are as follows. 1. African cuisine is known for its deliciousness, dishes from different African races and tribes. They do have very spicy tastes and made with organic, indigenous ingredients. African cuisine is a rich and diverse tapestry of flavors, ingredients, and cooking traditions originating from the continent of Africa. It reflects the cultural and geographical diversity of the region, with influences ranging from the indigenous tribes to external connections with the Middle East, Europe, and Asia over centuries. Staples like yams, cassava, maize, millet, and sorghum feature prominently, often accompanied by flavorful stews, grilled meats, and vibrant spices. North African dishes like couscous and tagines draw from Mediterranean and Arabic influences, while West African cuisine is known for jollof rice, egusi soup, and spicy pepper-based dishes. In East Africa, foods like injera and doro wai are central to Ethiopian cuisine, while Southern Africa blends indigenous flavors with European influences in dishes like biltong and pap. The origin of African cuisine lies deeply rooted in traditional farming, foraging, and culinary practices passed down through generations. 2. Italian cuisine. Italy boasts unique culinary traditions. Italian cuisine originates from Italy, a Mediterranean country in southern Europe, and is renowned for its simplicity and reliance on fresh, high-quality ingredients. Rooted in traditions that date back centuries, it is characterized by regional diversity and iconic dishes such as pasta, pizza, risotto, and gelato. Key ingredients include olive oil, tomatoes, garlic, basil, and a variety of cheeses like Parmigiano Reggiano and mozzarella. Each region of Italy contributes unique flavors and specialties, such as the seafood dishes of coastal areas, rich meat-based sauces from Bologna, and the Neapolitan pizza from Naples. Italian cuisine emphasizes balance and seasonality, reflecting its cultural emphasis on enjoying meals as a communal experience. 3. Japanese cuisine. Known for its emphasis on seasonal ingredients and presentation, traditional practices like tea ceremonies highlight the cultural significance of food. Japanese cuisine, known as washoku, originates from Japan and is renowned for its emphasis on seasonal ingredients, aesthetic presentation, and balanced flavors. Rooted in traditional practices, it reflects Japan's history, geography, and cultural values. Staples like rice, miso soup, and seafood are central, complemented by pickled and fermented dishes. Signature foods include sushi, sashimi, tempura, ramen, and teppanyaki, with a focus on freshness and natural tastes. The cuisine also incorporates influences from neighboring Asian cultures and the West, adapting them uniquely. Japan's regional specialties, such as Osaka's takoyaki or Hokkaido's miso-based ramen, showcase the country's culinary diversity. 4. Mexican cuisine. Mexican cuisine originates from Mexico and is a vibrant blend of indigenous Mesoamerican and European influences, particularly Spanish. Rooted in the traditions of ancient civilizations like the Aztecs and Mayans, it features staple ingredients such as corn, beans, chili peppers, avocados, and tomatoes. With the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century, ingredients like dairy, rice, and certain spices were introduced, further enriching the cuisine. Iconic dishes include tacos, tamales, enchiladas, mole, and guacamole, often accompanied by tortillas and salsas. Renowned for its bold flavors, colorful presentations, and use of fresh ingredients, Mexican cuisine reflects the diverse regions of the country, from the seafood-rich coastal areas to the hearty dishes of the interior. It is recognized as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity for its deep cultural significance and culinary artistry. Food brings people together, serving as a medium for cultural exchange and understanding. Culinary traditions reflect historical trade routes, migrations, and the blending of cultures. Celebrating diverse cuisines fosters appreciation for the creativity and ingenuity of different societies. Music. Music is a universal form of expression that transcends language barriers. It encompasses various genres, instruments, and performance styles, reflecting the cultural and historical contexts from which it originates. We have said earlier on that it is like a spirit. It takes over you without your consent. It is like food to the soul. It is a redemptive therapy to the mental case. Music consists of beats, high and low harmonizing rhythms, then with the vocals to the garnished taste of its message. Almost every song bears a message, positive or otherwise. It as the universal mode of communication is without the vocals because the beats and harmonizing rhythms are languages on their own. That explains why people sometimes dance to songs they do not understand its vocal messages. It is indeed a blessing, what the world now calls talent, to create one. Every ethnic group, tribe, race, country, continent has found a way to differentiate their beats and rhythms with different musical instruments to their own identity. As those properly mixed waves of sounds are emitting into the silent atmosphere, maintaining simple and peaceful spirits with no discrimination of any kind. We Noble Leads investments suppose that it poses no harm to the global community, but full of advantages if imbibed in such realm flows of trades and commercial transactions by indulging in facilitating connections of international, intertribal, and intercultural music artist collaborative productions. As we know, supporting diverse musical traditions enriches the global cultural landscape. Few illustrative examples of music tagged to certain geographical origination are as follows. 1. African drumming. The Afro beats of this modern day speaks its origin as a language, but very versatile in its communications with rhythms and harmonizing flows. African drumming and beats are deeply rooted in the cultural and spiritual traditions of the African continent, where rhythm plays a crucial role in communication, storytelling, and ceremonial practices. The music often involves complex polyrhythms, with multiple drum layers played simultaneously, creating a rich dynamic sound. Drums such as the djembe, conga, talking drum, and bata are commonly used, with each region having its distinct style. West Africa, particularly countries like Ghana, Mali, and Senegal, is especially known for its drumming traditions, while Central and East Africa also have their unique rhythmic contributions. African drumming is not only a form of entertainment, but also serves as a means of connecting communities, marking important events, and even conveying messages across distances. The rhythmic patterns often accompany dances, rituals, and ceremonies, showcasing the integral role of music in African life. 2. Classical music. Classical music is a genre of Western art music that spans a broad period from the 9th century to the present day, though it is most commonly associated with the classical period, 1750 to 1820. Originating in Europe, classical music was shaped by the musical traditions of the Western world, including influences from ancient Greece and Rome, the Middle Ages, and the Renaissance. It is characterized by its structured forms, including symphonies, sonatas, and operas, and typically features orchestras or chamber ensembles with instruments such as strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion. Renowned composers such as Ludwig van Beethoven, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and Johann Sebastian Bach helped define and elevate the genre. Classical music is still performed widely around the world, often in concert halls, operas, and symphony orchestras. 3. Reggae. Reggae blends African rhythms, jazz, and blues. Reggae is a genre of music that originated in Jamaica during the late 1960s, evolving from earlier styles like ska and rocksteady. Characterized by its distinctive offbeat rhythm, steady bass line, and socially conscious lyrics, reggae often addresses themes such as love, unity, spirituality, and resistance against oppression. The genre gained global recognition through artists like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Jimmy Cliff, becoming a voice for the Rastafari movement and a symbol of cultural identity for Jamaica. While rooted in the Caribbean, reggae's influence has spread worldwide, inspiring a variety of subgenres and cross-cultural collaborations. The cultural impact of music is that it fosters cultural identity and cohesion, serving as a repository for collective memory and social commentary. It promotes emotional expression and connects people across different backgrounds. Dressing. Dressing refers to the clothing and accessories worn by individuals, which often signify cultural identity, social status, and personal expression. Traditional attire reflects historical influences, climatic conditions, and cultural values. Dressing impacts cultural heritage, where the clothing designs, patterns, and colors serves as visual representation of cultural identity and heritage. Traditional attire is often worn during ceremonies and festivals, preserving cultural practices and fostering community pride. The illustrative examples of dressing designs patterned to communicate the identity of some cultural heritages are as follows. 1. Kimono, Japan. The kimono is a traditional Japanese garment known for its elegant and timeless design. It is characterized by its T-shaped structure, long sleeves, and a wrapped front secured with a wide sash called an obi. Typically made from silk or other luxurious fabrics, kimonos feature intricate patterns, often inspired by nature or cultural symbols, reflecting the wearer's status, age, or occasion. Originating during Japan's Heian period, 794–1185, the kimono evolved from earlier Chinese-inspired clothing styles, becoming uniquely Japanese over centuries. Today it is predominantly worn during special occasions like weddings, tea ceremonies, and festivals, symbolizing Japan's rich cultural heritage. 2. Dashiki, West Africa. It represents cultural pride and West African heritage cultures, so does the isi agu textured materials and designs in the Igbo culture. The dashiki is a vibrant, loose-fitting garment that originated from West Africa, symbolizing cultural pride and heritage. Traditionally made from richly patterned, colorful fabrics, it features an ornate V-shaped neckline and embroidery around the edges. The dashiki became a popular garment across various African ethnic groups for both casual and formal occasions, such as weddings and ceremonies. Its roots are deeply tied to regions like Nigeria, Ghana, and Senegal, where textiles like Ankara, Kente, and Bogolimfini inspired its design. The dashiki gained international recognition during the 1960s and 70s as a symbol of African identity and solidarity during the Black Power and civil rights movements. 3. Sari, India. It reflects regional variations and cultural heritage. The sari is a traditional garment originating from India. It is a long, unstitched piece of fabric, typically ranging from 5 to 9 yards in length, draped elegantly around the body. Its origins trace back thousands of years to the Indus Valley Civilization, circa 2800–1800 BCE, where early forms of draped clothing were worn. The sari's versatility allows it to be styled in various ways, reflecting regional and cultural diversity across India. Made from materials such as silk, cotton, or synthetic fabrics, saris often feature intricate designs, embroidery, or patterns that signify cultural heritage, status, or ceremonial importance. The sari remains a symbol of grace and tradition in South Asia, and is also worn in neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. Embracing diverse fashion styles promotes cultural appreciation and inclusivity, the central symbolism of our slogan and practice. Tradition. Tradition encompasses the customs, rituals, and practices handed down through generations. It includes social rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations that mark significant life events and seasonal changes. Tradition impacts culture by reinforcing social bonds and community identity. They provide continuity and a sense of belonging, linking individuals to their cultural heritage. Celebrating diverse traditions fosters mutual respect and understanding, enriching the human experience. Weddings, festivals, and rituals cum practices done for rites of passages of certain stage of life are examples of traditions below. 1. Weddings. Wedding traditions vary widely across cultures and are deeply rooted in the history and customs of different regions. For example, in Indian weddings, the ceremony often includes the saptapadi, 7 steps, around a sacred fire, symbolizing the couple's promises of love and commitment with origins in ancient Hindu texts. In Chinese weddings, the tea ceremony is a vital tradition where the couple serves tea to their elders as a sign of respect, reflecting Confucian values. Western weddings often feature the white wedding dress popularized by Queen Victoria in the 19th century, symbolizing purity and elegance. African weddings, such as the Yoruba ceremonies in Nigeria, may include the tying of the knot, a symbolic act of unity rooted in African spirituality. Each tradition reflects the unique cultural heritage of its origin, yet all celebrate the universal themes of love and partnership. 2. Festivals. Celebrations like Chinese New Year and Thanksgiving in the United States highlight cultural heritage and communal values. Festivals are cultural traditions celebrated worldwide, often marking significant religious, historical, or seasonal events. They bring communities together through music, dance, food, and rituals, reflecting the heritage and identity of a region. For example, Spanish carnivals such as the Carnival of Cadiz and the Santa Cruz de Tenerife Carnival have their roots in ancient Christian traditions, blending pre-Lenten festivities with local cultural expressions like satirical performances and colorful parades. Similarly, Diwali in India celebrates the victory of light over darkness in Hindu mythology, while the Rio Carnival in Brazil showcases vibrant samba dances with African and Portuguese influences. Each festival is a rich tapestry of its community's history and values, fostering unity and joy. 3. Rites of passage. Traditions like the Maasai warrior initiation and Latin American quinceañeras mark the transition from childhood to adulthood. The Ozo or chieftaincy title for the men in the Igbo culture symbolizes the attainment of responsibility in the society. Rites of passage are traditional ceremonies that mark significant transitions in an individual's life, symbolizing a change in status, responsibilities, or societal role. These rituals often follow a three-stage structure: separation, leaving the old role; transition, a liminal phase of transformation; and incorporation, integration into the new role. Examples include the bar or bat mitzvah in Jewish tradition, marking a child's coming of age at 12 or 13 years. Seijin no Hi, coming of age day in Japan, celebrating the transition to adulthood at 20 years old, and the initiation ceremonies of the Xhosa people in South Africa, where young boys undergo circumcision and seclusion to become men. These practices originate from cultural and religious values, emphasizing the individual's growth and their role within the community. Geographical location. Geographical location refers to the physical place where a culture or community exists. It influences the development of cultural practices, languages, and social structures based on the natural environment and historical interactions. Impact of geographical location to culture is that geography shapes cultural development through access to resources, climatic conditions, and proximate interactions with neighboring cultures. Understanding the geographical context of cultural practices highlights the adaptive ingenuity of human societies. Promoting awareness of geographical diversity fosters global appreciation for the variety of human experiences. The global village is a complete desert features of jurisdictional demarcations on settlements of cultures. Few examples are as follows. 1. The Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is a geographic region centered around the Mediterranean Sea, a large body of water connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa. This region is known for its rich cultural and historical significance, often regarded as the cradle of Western civilization due to the rise of ancient civilizations like the Greeks, Romans, and Phoenicians. The Mediterranean climate is characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters, supporting agriculture, particularly olives, grapes, and citrus fruits. Examples of countries in the Mediterranean region include Italy, Greece, and Spain in Europe, Turkey and Lebanon in Asia, and Egypt and Morocco in Africa. The Mediterranean's strategic location has made it a crossroads for trade, exploration, and cultural exchange throughout history. 2. The Himalayas. The Himalayas, often referred to as the roof of the world, are a majestic mountain range in South Asia, stretching across 5 countries: India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, and Pakistan. This range was formed about 50 million years ago due to the collision of the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates, making it one of the youngest mountain ranges on Earth. The Himalayas are home to Mount Everest, the world's highest peak at 8,848 meters, 29,029 feet, located on the border of Nepal and Tibet. Other notable peaks include K2, Kanchenjunga, and Annapurna. The range is a vital geographical feature, serving as a source of major rivers like the Ganges, Indus, and Brahmaputra, and supporting diverse ecosystems and cultures. It is a spiritual center for Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, with sacred sites like Kailash Mansarovar and Lumbini, the birthplace of Buddha. In conclusion, the slogan, "Different Colors, Culture, and One People," encapsulates the vision of Noble Leads Investments LLC, New Mexico, USA, and Noble Leads Investments Limited, Nigeria, to embrace and celebrate the rich diversity of our global village. By exploring the divergent states of language, race, beliefs, foods, music, dressing, tradition, and geographical location, we gain a deeper understanding of the unique elements that define various cultures. This exploration underscores the importance of maintaining love and unity despite our differences, fostering a world where mutual respect and appreciation for cultural diversity thrive. Embracing our shared humanity, we can build a more inclusive and harmonious global community.